Hey everybody, my name's Elke and I am a Gen X gamer. I've been playing video games since 1984 and this happens to be the very first video game that I ever played on the computer. Now, I did play games prior. My dad had an Atari and I remember playing Pong and, Space Invaders, a couple of games on that, but it was primarily his machine. We didn't touch it. In 1984, he bought my family an IBM PCjr, and thus began my love for both video games and development. I remember coding some stuff in BASIC as a little girl, but ultimately what really drove home the need for me to become a developer, and I say need because I was really compelled to do this. I really feel like I was born to be a developer, but one thing that I thought was really cool, besides the video game obviously, was that one of the founders of Sierra Games, Roberta Williams, was a woman developer. And at that time you didn't really hear about women developing, much less not for a video game, which of course that was in its infancy 40 years ago. So without any further ado, let's get going. This is King's Quest 1, Quest for the Crown. This is not the remaster. We're going to get the beautiful 8-bit glory, or 16-bit, whatever it was back then. That has the most nostalgia for me. I did start doing a playthrough of this last year, but I didn't finish. So hopefully there's still some surprises. I know there's some things I don't remember. Probably a lot of saves and some deaths along the way. So let's get started. There you go, Roberta Williams. It was her and her husband who started Sierra Games. Alright. Okay, so if you've never played a game like this before, you actually need to do quite a bit of typing. And I realize that my webcam is in a spot where you're not going to see what I'm typing. So like if I put look alligator, the alligators are swimming in the moat. So this is a true RPG where you can explore, you can look around. I can say look moat. It looks deep and dangerous. You can see alligators floating in the water. It's probably a hint that there's, something dangerous there. Look tree. It's a very beautiful tree. Look castle. This is the castle of King Edward the Benevolent. Look sky. There's nothing special about the sky. All right, so the directionals in here, there's no WASDF. Okay, not like in modern games. You actually use the arrows if you wanted to jump. Oh, hang on, I just opened up the menu. You would actually type, it doesn't understand jump, right? So there's 8. It's very limited. So anyway, so the directionals, you use the arrow key. If you want to go up, you go up, down, you push the down key, and then left and right. So you gotta be really careful to not fall in the water here, because if we do, the alligators will eat us. I remember thinking how cool the graphics looked back then. Of course, it's nothing on what we have now. Look door. The doors are strongly built to keep out unwanted visitors. We are not an unwanted visitor. We're gonna go in. Let's see, open door. Dun, 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 dun. All right, oh. Look statue. I don't understand statue. Look knight. This is the armor of one of King Edward's knights from years ago, except that there's 2 of them. All right. Look hall. The light from the oil lamp is rather dim in the dark interior of the castle. So you'll notice you can see my mouse cursor, but I can't use it for the game. we go. This is King Edward. Kneel. Bow. It is proper to stand directly in front of and a few paces back from King Edward when addressing His Eminence. Am I not close enough? Let's try it again. Maybe I need to say bow Edward. I don't understand Edward. Bow King. Okay. We're in the wrong spot, I guess. All right, hang on. Let's see if we can get closer. It's as close as we can get. Let's try, I guess, at the bottom of the staircase. Yeah, it's been a minute. All right. There we go. Hat comes off and off. When you bow to King Edward, his pleased smile warms you. Move this over just a little bit. Greet Edward. Talk Edward. Oh, it doesn't understand Edward. Greet King. Talk King. When you speak to King Edward, he sighs and says, Sir Graham. As a kid, by the way, I used to say, Sir Graham. I am an old man. I fear my end is near. I have chosen you to prove yourself worthy of the throne. As you know, our kingdom is weak and poor. I have knowledge of the existence of 3 things that would make our kingdom wealthy and strong. Somewhere within our kingdom, there is a magic mirror that tells the future. We're going to write this down. Where's my pen? Got my handy dandy notebook. Okay, there are 3 things that would make the kingdom wealthy and strong. So somewhere within our kingdom, there is a magic mirror that tells the future. There is a magic shield that will protect the bearer from mortal harm. And finally, there is a magic chest that is always filled with gold coins. Go, Sir Graham, go and bring me back these treasures. If you succeed, you will inherit the throne. So we have 3 things we need, right? So we need the magic mirror, the magic shield, and the magic gold chest. All right, so one thing that I remember, and this is what I was doing last year while I was doing this playthrough, I made a little map. So I might do that again. And let's move this webcam while we're at it. Let's see. You can move them together. We're just gonna maybe that's not the maybe we'll just leave it where it's at for now. I'll mess with it another time. Okay, so press any key to continue. Wave, key. I don't understand wave. All right, look flag. Nothing special. All right, I don't believe we can go anywhere further in the castle. It's just these 2 rooms. No, it's as far as we can go. So we're gonna go back outside. And I'm not gonna map the castle rooms because we know there's only 3 rooms in here. You have the hallway, you have this, you know, basically super long hallway. Can I touch it? Touch armor. No. And then we have the front of the castle. All right. Again, we got to be careful not to go into the moat. So we're gonna make this the center castle door. I'm just gonna do a little box castle door. And we also know that this to the right of it, where we came from when we first came in, was the starting room. So let's not go that way. We're gonna go this way. I almost kind of want to map everything first. Oh, all right. Look, rock. You see a large gray rock, bush rock. It will be very difficult to move it from here. I suggest we should probably save this. Oh, I wonder, this made me think, do I have my saves from last year? This is probably good for me to do it again. Yeah. I wonder. Did I save it somewhere? All right, we're gonna make a folder real quick on the C drive. I'm gonna look later to see if I have my saves. All right, let's make a new folder. Here we go. Folder, King's Quest. All right. There's no directory named C King's Quest. All right. Oh, did I type it wrong? I don't think I did. King's Quest. All right, hang on. Let's try this again. Save game. How about if we go C King's Quest? What if we just save it in C? I don't know why that's not working. I'm literally looking at the folder. Okay, C. Elke playthrough. Okay. Do we see the file here? I don't see it. Anyway, we're gonna trust that it's saved. All right, so I do kind of remember what to do here with the rock. So there was a clue there when I said push rock with a heave and a hoe, and I guess it worked this time. You just have to position yourself properly. You managed to move the rock, revealing a dark hole beneath it. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna make another little box on our thing, and I'm just gonna put rock. Look hole. There's an intricately carved dagger in the hole. Get dagger. You reach into the hole and grasp the dagger, being careful not to cut yourself. Perfect. Look, flowers. Nothing special. Look, tree. There are numerous white birch trees reaching to the sky, and they do look like birch trees. I mean, they're kind of gray, but look, bush. Nothing special. All right, we're gonna continue. We're just gonna keep going, I guess, west. And here's a lake. Okay, look lake. This is a serene mountain lake. Look, rocks. Swim. You need to be in the water in order to swim. So I do remember, if you get in and don't, like, you have to tell him to swim. You can't do that. I just typed dive. I just had a thought about where to put the webcam, so you guys can see what I'm typing. Do I center it? Is that weird? Anyway, here we go. Let's go to the next side. Also lake with rock. Okay. And there's a tree coming out of that rock. I think, I wonder, dive. Do we keep going or do we explore the lake further? I kind of want to see, like, how, I don't remember. I want to see how far this goes. Look, tree. You admire the beauty of the tree. Look, rock. It's an ordinary rock. All right, so we're going to keep going left, going west. Okay, we're gonna mark this one log. Let's look in the log. It is only an old rotted log. All right, how about this stump? From here, you can only see the stump is very old and nearly petrified. Okay. And now we're at another lake with a waterfall. I'm gonna have to like wrap. I need a bigger piece of paper. So I remember I'm gonna save because when I was a kid, I used to rotate my saves just in case something happened. So I seem to remember that this water might be kind of dangerous. I think there's some white water or something. That's why I saved there. Let's go look at this bush real quick though. Nothing special. Look, waterfall. Small waterfall is splashing nearby. Look, lake. Beautiful little lake. Do we trust the beautiful little lake? Swim. Can I dive here? No. We're gonna kind of stay away from the waterfall. I don't trust it. Okay, so this kind of becomes some rapids. I remember this vaguely. Look, flowers. They're very beautiful. Pick flowers. Can't take any flowers right now. Okay. All right, and now we are back. So the grid is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across. All right, so let's go north from here. Look, tree. Looking hole. So from the castle, yeah, we're going up. Oh, this is a farm field. Look, garden. There is, this is a neat little carrot patch. The plump carrots look tempting. All right, we're gonna take one. You pluck a delicious looking carrot from the fertile soil. All right. Save early, save often. Yes. All right. So we're going to go left again. We're just going to keep doing this until we've mapped everything out. Get the lay of the land. Okay, second grid of the garden. This is totally not the way I would have played it as a kid, by the way. This is a well-tended carrot patch. The carrots look tempting to a hungry traveler. We already have one, so I don't think we have... See object. I'm carrying a dagger and a carrot. Look at that beautiful inventory screen. Oh, equal sign to swim. We can jump using 0. Okay, we can duck. And I never knew that, even as a kid. All right. You gotta press the button again to undo it. Look, tree. This is a very large oak tree with branches stretching to the sky. Let's climb the tree. We can't climb the tree here, but maybe if we position ourselves, let's go around. You just gotta sometimes put yourself in the right spot. Climb tree. Okay. We have a golden egg. Oh, and I totally... Tree. Totally forgot to add this. So now we need to be careful to not fall out of the tree. Look, egg. The golden egg is smooth and shiny. Take egg. It's so heavy we almost drop it. All right, so now we want to save again. Let's look at the inventory. Dagger, golden egg. Oh, we can press tab. Okay, that makes it easy. Pretty sure we can jump out of the tree and it's not going to kill us, but... All right. Let's keep going. Let's look at the flowers. Nothing special. Look, trees. Normal tree, but it's very pretty. All right, so we have... Tree, egg, field. Another field. And this is just north. If we went down, it's like we're by the lake. That tree has a different outline than the other ones, but I don't know if that's significant or not. Here's a well. Do we want to enter the well at this stage? I say we save the game. Look well. The well is deep and dark, but you can see the sky's reflection on the water. Get water. Use bucket. You do not have it. Take bucket. The old bucket is securely fastened to a strong rope. Cut rope. With the rope cut, you are able to take the bucket. But now we can't go into the well, right? Climb well. Use rope. Climb rope. The rope does not go down the well very far. Take rope. Cut rope. Okay, maybe we'll come back to the well. I don't remember some of this stuff. I don't know how I figured this out as a kid. They had the Sierra hint line, and my parents used to let us... Oh. Hang on a second. Goat. Let's try this again. Grab rope. Take rope. Cut rope. You cut a piece of rope and it falls into the well. Jump well. Oh no! You should be more careful before trying that next time. Did we just die? I think we just died. We at Sarah wish to thank you for playing King's Quest. We are very sorry that you did not succeed and hope you will fare better next time. Alright, let's restore the game. Yep. Alright, we are back. Alright, look, bucket. It is a large, old, and weathered. It has served the kingdom for many years. Ride bucket. Can I do that? Sit bucket. Take bucket. Cut rope. All right. I don't remember. All right, we're gonna skip that for right now. We're also gonna come back to the goat. Like, I remember part of what we're supposed to do with the goat, but I don't. I need to think about this for a moment. Okay, so we also have goat. We're gonna keep mapping just for a little bit. All right, I feel like this looks familiar. So this is a field. This should be the end, I think, and we'll wrap around. This should take us back to, yes, okay, just what I thought. Back to the farm field. So let's go up again. Okay, so now straight up from there we have a cliff. I don't understand cliff. Look, water. You do not have any water. Look, lake. This is a clear mountain lake with some steep cliffs surrounding it. So it doesn't understand cliff, but they do have cliff. All right, so what was the action key to swim is the equal sign. All right, that certainly makes it a lot easier. Swim. Can we dive here? No. Wandering on the banks of the lake, you see a cute little elf. All right, so one thing I've learned, most of these cute little things are not that cute. So we're gonna save this game. Maybe I should have saved it under a different save. Talk elf. You are too far away. The elf looks just like us. Oh no. The elf, impressed by your friendliness, gives you a magic ring. Kind person, know that once and only once this ring will make you invisible, he says, and then he disappears. So he just gave us a ring. And I'm going to note that he was in that thing. So last year when I did my playthrough that I didn't finish, I never encountered this elf. I don't remember walking quite this way. You notice I stick kind of close to the edges of the screen? That's because there's like a troll that runs around, and if he gets too close to you, he'll kill you. Oh. Door. A mountain door. Do we dare go in the door? Look, door. Don't be afraid. Get close enough for a good look. All right. We're gonna save. Let's do another slot. Elke mountain door. Do we knock? Do we just go in? The only response you get is the echo of your pounding. Open door. It's locked. It's a huge mountain door built right into the bottom of a small mountain. It has a large keyhole. Look, keyhole. Through the keyhole, you can dimly see a staircase. It does look like it might go up into the mountain. All right, so we have to find a key for that door. Lake with a stump. Look, stump. It looks as though there were beavers around here at one time. Okay. It's a small alpine lake. All right, let's get in it. Dive. Okay, can't dive in this part of the lake. Go back. Oh no! The witch swoops down and grabs you by the neck and carries you off to a fate worse than death. This is terrible. All right, witch. She's gonna cook me. And this is why you always save. So we have to save. Oh no. Ouch. As the Wicked Witch flew over her house, she dropped you into her cage. If you can't get out, you may become the secret ingredient in this witch's brew. Look, door. Look, cage. Open cage. It is fastened with a very strong lock. There's no way for you to open it. Use knife. Try as you will to escape, your labor will be in vain. As you will never get out of this cage alive, I can only permit you to restore game, restart game, or take inventory. Sorry. We at Sierra wish to thank you for playing King's Quest. We're very sorry that you did not succeed and hope you will fare better next time. So we have our handy dandy map. Just share this with you guys. I have a little grid, and just a reminder, we are on the lookout for a magic mirror, a magic shield, and a magic chest. So right now we're at this mountain door. I'm curious. All right, this next room has a lake and a stump. And then beyond that was the room with the witch. I think we can duck to avoid the witch. That's the swim. There we go. So I think when we see the witch, I think, okay, so 0 jumps, the hyphen key ducks. I think if we see the witch when we duck, that helps her avoid you. All right. But she might not be there. Sometimes it's random, and that's why I walk on the edges of screens, because if you leave the room, they're not going to get you. So this is the room with the witch and a big rock. Oh, God, that scared the crap out of me. All right, we're going to try ducking. She missed you, so that works. Oh, my God. That literally scared me. Oh, but she got me. All right. We need to restore the game. Oh, my gosh. So when she's in the room, we cannot walk like normal because I just scared the crap out of my dog. He didn't like the clapping. Sorry, Scout. I'm sorry, buddy. You have to stay crouched or leave the room until she is no longer in the area. All right, we're gonna get really close so that we can just like go down a room. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know, yesterday I had some music playing. I totally forgot to turn that on. So we're gonna keep walking. All right. Let's see how long she missed me. Let's wait for her to leave. Does she leave? You know, maybe she doesn't leave and I need to either avoid this room or we leave it as soon as she flies up. All right. So this is the room with the well. Okay, yep, that's what my map has me. All right. Okay, so this has a cave. High up in the sky, you see a very large, friendly bird. Let's save real quick. And I want to do it Elke bird, a new spot. So let's jump. I know that there's a spot where you can get close to the bird. I remember this. And he'll carry you. I don't know if we want to be carried by the bird right now, but let's just watch his pattern real quick. Okay, so he lowers himself there. But he did it over here too. There we go. All right, so the bird's got us. Where could this giant bird be taking you? This might not be a good thing. Is he gonna feed us to his babies? Do we give him the big golden egg? Let's see what's going on. Is he gonna drop us in the hole? Oh, he's gonna drop us in that hole. No. Out! All right, so look. I was gonna say, look where? You need to be more specific. Look bushes. Now I don't know where we are. Look pole. Don't be afraid. Get closer. Bum, bum, bum. All right. We're jumping in the hole. Ouch. Climb rock. No, that would just waste time. Climb pole. Jump rock. Okay. So I vaguely remember this. We're gonna save again. All right. There is going to be a rat. We don't have any cheese to give the rat. We need cheese to give this rat so he will let us in the door. Okay, we need to restore the game. We are going back to the bird because we are not prepared to go in that hole yet. Let's go see what's in this cave. Yeah, I remember the rat now. Yeah, we need some cheese. We haven't found that place yet. I know where to find it, I think. Oh, look, cave. It is empty except for a huge boulder opposite the opening. Let's go look at the boulder. I don't mark these ancillary rooms like this on my map because, like, you know, it's kind of a special room. Push boulder. It is impossible for you to move a boulder this large. All right. But we're going to come back. All right, so we're going to keep walking. We haven't even seen all the potential monsters that could kill us. There is a large ogre running around. I remember that guy. And I don't think you can avoid him like you can the witch. Okay, have we seen this lake? I don't think we have. Lake with cattails. Look. Cattails. These cattails look soft and fuzzy. Take cattails. What about this lake? Let's go swim in it. I keep wanting to jump like I do in World of Warcraft. You can't do that, at least not now. All right. So we have one more room on this grid before we overlap. Let's see what this is. Oh, clovers. Okay. Clover. Notice one of them is a 4-leaf clover. We're going to take that. Look, clover. There's a small patch of clover under the tree. Take clover. The clover is soft, yet you sense a strange sense of strength in it. That's like a tongue twister. And it just knew. So now we inventory. We have a dagger, a magic ring. Where did we get the magic ring? From the elf, right? He gave us a magic ring. And it makes us invisible. Where do we use that? Water bucket, a carrot, a 4-leaf clover, and a golden egg. So this should wrap us around and take us to what I called the cliff. Okay, so now let's go up. We're gonna go north. I don't know how many grids can we not... Okay. Okay, some more trees. This is like, there's like a brook. We're gonna call this the brook. All right, let's go left again. That's where the bird dropped us off. You see? I'm pretty sure. But now we're on the other side of the water. Oh! What's this bowl? Look, bowl. Take bowl. Do we just have unlimited inventory? Okay. When I played this last summer, first of all, I didn't finish, but I also didn't do this kind of exploration and get the lay of the land, so I didn't even see this. I just remember the rat because I did it last summer. Oh, we got, what are these nuts? Who would like nuts? Maybe the rat. Look, ground. These are some of the finest walnuts you have ever seen. Take walnut. Why would you take one from the tree when they are on the ground? Easy pickings, my friend. Don't work harder. It's been a minute since we have saved. So we are going to go Elke nuts. I really should just rotate. I don't know why I have so many saves. All right, so this is just a tree. Rocks. I keep feeling like we're gonna come across that ogre that I was talking about. Should honestly save, like, they used to make a joke about save early and save often, because oh, what is this? The witch's house. This is the sweetest little gingerbread house you ever saw. The walls are cake, the roof is frosting, and the chimney looks delicious, and the candy path and cookie fence are unbearably tempting. Let's save. Go back up to the playthrough. We're not going back to that. So, I don't think we should go in. Let's look through the window. Look window. The windows are made from translucent hardened sugar. It's difficult to see through them. Eat window. Eat door. I don't understand door. Eat wall. The wall doesn't appeal. Okay, so you can eat the fence. What happens if we knock? There's no answer from inside the house. Do we go in? Open door. All right. We're gonna make a beeline. Hope the witch doesn't come home while we're in here. Off in the distance. Oh my gosh, I can smell someone tasty. All right, let's get out of here. We gotta go. We gotta go. Run, Graham. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on. He's stuck in the doorway. Get out of here. Oh my gosh, go. Oh gosh, I can't breathe. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we took the note. Let's go somewhere safe real quick. I don't know if she'll come while we're here. Tab opens inventory. We have the note. Read note. The note reads, sometimes it is wise to think backwards. So there's a puzzle there. Okay, so this is just a tree. We have 2 more rooms before we're going to wrap around to the brook side. Okay, so stump. I don't know. I think we'll have to go down just a little bit to get past that. I don't think we can. Yep. Oh, there's a bridge. Troll bridge. There is... All right, let's save. we try to go up? Let's try to go up. As you start to cross the bridge, a wretched troll appears. I remember this from when I was a kid, and there is a puzzle here. Talk troll. He demands a treasure for passage across his bridge. What can we give him? Give egg troll. Okay. The troll greedily grabs the treasure and disappears under the bridge. I don't know. Oh, we lost points there. That's probably not what we wanted to do. Let's restart. Yeah, see, okay. So let's wrap around. We'll come back to the bridge. I think we need to find something else that's valuable because we lost points. So we need that egg for something else. So this is the brook. All right, we're going to go up. If we can. Also, you can't swim in that water. I remember that. Okay, so this is more of the brook with berries. Brook, berries. So we know that the grid is at least 5 rooms tall and 8, and it's 8 wide. So there's like 40 different scenes. Look brook. Look river. The river is dangerous and powerful. There is a delta of pebbles on its edge. I think we should probably grab some pebbles. Take pebbles. You were not close enough. All right. I'm just being careful because type it correctly. You grab a handful of pebbles. All right, let's save again. So I remembered, if you try and get in that water, you're gonna die. So don't do that. All right. What is that up there? Look, rock. There's like a plateau. Rocks. All right, we'll keep going. So there must be at least one more up. I'm gonna run out of space. I should have centered my thing a little better. Oh, what is this? Let's see, we have a rock with a hole in it. Let's go look. Look hole. You'll have to move closer. We're gonna save. Look hole. One rock has a hole. Enter hole. You will need to be much smaller to fit through that hole. Look hole. While looking in this small hole, you see a faint green glow. So we need to be smaller, and there's a faint green glow. Now, whatever could we use to get in there? So we need to find like a potion or something. Do we have? I don't think we have anything that would make us small right now. Let's keep going. Okay, lake and Spanish moss. There's probably not Spanish moss in Daventry, but By George, that's what I'm calling it. You can't do that, at least not now. So below this one is the witch's house, if we were to go south. We're just gonna keep walking. We got some flowers. Look, flowers. What a pretty bed of wild flowers. I think we should take those. What say you, friends? Let's do it. Smell flowers. The flower's fragrance is enticing. Take flowers. It would be a shame to pick the lovely wildflowers. All right, we are not taking flowers, apparently. No flowers for the wife today. Actually, Graham's not married. Not yet. Not yet. This is another bridge, but this isn't the same bridge. Let's go up here and see what happens. And it's also been a minute since we saved a couple rooms, so we're going to do it again. Oh, I almost walked right off that. All right, can we cross? As you approach the bridge, a mean, ugly troll appears and refuses to let you cross his bridge. Talk. Troll. He demands a treasure for passage across his bridge. Is there anything that we could give him? I don't think so. There's nothing valuable here, right? So, but we can cross this one, stone bridge. All right, let's cross this bridge. All right, what we got? I didn't realize that that would be the same troll. And there's another bridge going back south, which my guess... So we don't know what the room is. Okay, it's the same guy. All right, he's not going to let us cross. Why does he have, like, a Santa hat? All right, can we pass this way? Let's see. Looks like something's blocking us here. All right, we're gonna go... Have we been to this room? Bridge, rapids. I think so. So if we go up from here, this should be a field. Okay, apparently those are tricky and I can't... Let me see. Look water. Look lake. It's a beautiful little lake. All right. Let's go up. So I think we might have discovered... Why am I getting stuck on, like... Oh, it's a log. I was thinking it was like dirt or something. Okay. Let's go up. We have been here. Yeah, so this is a field. The clover. Oh! Gentle Sir Graham, I am your fairy godmother. Your quest is indeed noble. My small part to aid you can be no bigger than this magic spell, protective but for a little while. Oh my goodness. Now I've kind of lost track. This is the field, I think, and north to us is the... are the clovers. Okay, fairy godmother. Look, fairy godmother. She's your fairy godmother. So we are here. Where's the witch's house from here? So if we go, I'll be watching over you, Sir Graham. Let's go north. Yep, clovers. And then we're gonna go over. We can swim. I keep feeling like I should see like a buff, you know? And then we're gonna go over, let's see, stump. There's gonna be one more room. We kind of have to go around that little stump thingy. Oh, which we didn't do. Okay. The next room should be the witch's house. I'm wondering if this spell will protect us from the witch. Knock door. Open door. Be thankful you have the protective spell, or the witch may have stuck around to try and catch you. Alright. Is there anything else that we need in here? Look, oven. It's an old wood stove and very hot. The fire must have been burning for some time. Cabinet. Open cabinet. Take cheese. Take cake. Look cabinet. Look inside. Look cabinet. There is nothing but a bare shelf here. All right, we've taken what we need. All right. We have the note. We have cheese. Oh, where did the bird pick us up? So the witch's house. By the cave. So we're going to go over one and then we're going to go down and hopefully we'll find the bird again. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere, friends. Is he going to come back? We just kind of walk around and see if he comes back. Not yet. All right, we're gonna walk north. So there's gonna be a tree, there's gonna be flowers, and we don't know what that room is above the flowers. And I'm gonna walk near the edge just in case. So a room with flowers, and then we're gonna go north. We're gonna keep going north. All right. He walks so slow. You best be careful, young Graham. The mystic protective spell of mine has weakened and departed. All right, so we are no longer protected. It's another lake. All right, so let's go to the right. We're gonna go east because we don't know, we haven't seen the rooms this way. Oh. All right, let's save this. Log cabin. All right. Look well. You see nothing special. Put water bucket. Pump water. You are not close enough. Do I need to be like... Have it up my hiney? The rusty pump doesn't work. Fix pump. Look pump. It's an ancient rusty water pump. It probably doesn't even work. All right. Can we take this axe? Look, axe. The handle has been broken and repaired. The head shows the signs of many sharpenings. Take axe. The old axe is tightly wedged in the tree stump. You cannot remove it no matter what you do. All right, let's go in this house. You see it's pretty broken down. The roof is in need of repair. Talk woodcutter. Welcome to my humble abode. Talk wife. She replies, I'd like to offer you something, but we do not even have food for ourselves. Let's not fall in the holes in their floor. Look cabin. Look house. The cottage is run down and sparsely furnished. The only nice possession seems to be a fiddle in the corner. Can we play it? Play fiddle. You do not have it. Get fiddle. You cannot take their last precious possession. Take fiddle. Play fiddle. What do we have that we can give these people? Not the cheese, because we need the cheese for the rat. All right, we saved right before we came in, right? Its handle. Oh, I didn't know you could look at the stuff. Its handle is beautifully carved. The blade is bronze and very sharp. Look at that. How did I do that? I have no idea how I did that, you guys. See object. Oh. Look. I didn't even know. That's what the C object is for. Okay. Okay. What does it say about the golden egg? C object. Water bucket. It's old and weathered. What if we give the bucket... I don't know if that'll really help them. Give bucket. You can't do that. What else could we give them? Let's look at our bowl. You notice a word on the bottom of the bowl. Fill bowl. Give bowl. Puzzled, the couple wonders why you have given them a bowl. Fill. The couple is amazed and delighted as the bowl miraculously fills with a bubbling stew. As a token of their gratitude, they offer their last earthly possession, the woodcutter's fiddle. So we did something correct. Look, bowl. They admire the bowl as it sits on their table. All right. We got points. We didn't lose points. And now they're not going to starve to death. We just saved their lives. Now we can take the fiddle. The polished wood feels like satin. It seems to still vibrate from the last song I played. Play fiddle. You play a lively toe-tapping tune on the fiddle. Oh! can actually even hear it. All right, save again. I know we just saved. I'm neurotic, okay? I do this when I work too, especially if I'm editing like graphic files. Been burned. Wave woodcutter. Bye. Goodbye. Okay, you can't. All right, that axe sure would come in handy. Can we fix the pump? Hang on. And then we're gonna go back that way. I don't understand fix. Nope, can't fix it. All right, here we go. Okay, so it's also log cabin, so we're just gonna mark that one down. Log cabin. All right. Let's keep going east. My AC just kicked on because it's really hot here, and now I'm freezing. All right, so this is just a... Watch out! There's an ogre nearby. He will crush you in his strong arms if he catches you. All right, let's leave this room. God, that scared me. Okay, remember the room with the... All right, so we're just gonna mark ogre. We're going to go this way. We're gonna go back north, but then we're going to... But we're gonna do it once we're on the edge of the room to stay away from that ogre. Strategic planning here. Keep walking. There's a magic mushroom. All right, mushroom. But see, this is also with the berries that, like, we can't get over there. If we run into this, we're gonna... We can't go into these. The water's too rough. Look, mushroom. The mushroom is on the far side of the river. Of course it is, because it's like, you know, we got to figure out the puzzle. All right, so we're going to go north. And this should take us back to the castle. As you can see. I feel like this is risky business here. We might die. Okay, so it is a terrible idea to go north in this room, and it's a good thing I just saved because we're gonna die. He's drowning. He can't swim here. The swift current does not allow for swimming. All right, let's restore. All right, so if we go south from here, there's a brook. I think we've pretty much discovered the whole map. So now what we want to do, let me read this real quick. Plateau and rocks, and then there was a rock and a hole, but I think that's the one with the tiny hole. The elf gave us a ring. Let me think. I think we want to go back to that room with the condor again, which was... Okay, so this is the plateau. There's a rock with a hole in it, but I think that's the tiny hole. That's what I was just saying. So let's go back. Yep. We're gonna keep going. This should be the tree with the Spanish moss. Yep. We keep swimming. The next room's gonna be flowers. We're going to go 2 rooms to the south. Or do we try to figure out the goat? I think we go for the, see if we can find the condor. So I haven't looked up, I don't want to, any cheats or like hints. Let's go back in this room. Maybe that'll trigger him. There we go. Okay. So we gotta go stand in a very specific spot so we can jump. Gonna wait for him to jump. Come on. There we go. Where could this giant bird be taking you? Well, we saw earlier. My husband's texting. All right, where could this giant bird be taking you? Now that we have the cheese, I think we're prepared to go back in that hole, which is why I'm letting him take us. Question though, do we, ouch! Do we explore this area real quick before we go in the hole? I say we do. So we're gonna go 1 room to the south. Maybe I make a new map for this? Okay. Can we get the mushroom? Oh. We're gonna do that before we go in the hole. I think the mushroom, yes! I'm gonna go up a little bit. Yeah. All right. Take this mushroom. I don't think we can go north from here because, like, take mushroom. To reach down and take a fat mushroom. No, we all like a fat mushroom. Hey, this is a family show. Oh my goodness. My parents would be so ashamed of me. All right, so this area is kind of special. It's like you're basically on an island. Let's save. All right, we're gonna go back down that hole. Now, I recall this next stuff is kind of tricky. Why is this thing tracking me again? I don't like that. Knocked and rung his bell. Okay. Maybe I should have saved down here. I kind of like having a save though. Look, rat. It is a big rat with dripping teeth and small greedy eyes. Aren't they all like that? Give cheese. It appears you are afraid of the rat. You must get closer to give anything to the rat. Yeah, but how close? We're gonna stop by this rock. Give cheese. Give cheese. Oh my gosh. Let's go down here. Be careful. He's dangerous. See? We at Sahara wish to thank you for playing King's Quest. We've only died, you know. You were doing so well. We are pleased to see that you were doing so well and hope that your score will keep improving. You know, I feel like kids today would not fare well with some of these games, right? They would just quit. There's got to be a good position to give him the cheese. Let's stop right here. Give cheese. The rat drools at the sight of the cheese and snatches it from your hand. You might want to count your fingers. He scrambles to the wall and seems to magically merge with it. Let's save again. All right. Here we go, my friends. We're gonna... What's in this door? Look door. The door is closed. Open door. It slowly opens. The leprechauns revere the power of the four-leaf clover. With it in your possession, they will absolutely leave you alone. I didn't look leprechaun. Talk leprechaun. I would not try talking to the leprechauns. You might say the wrong thing. Okay. Okay. I thought there was going to be totally something different. What is this? The magic shield! The king's magic prevents you from getting close enough to harm him. Kneel king. Bow king. Talk king. Can I take the shield? You need to get closer to see it clearly. Will they let me take it? That is annoying. Holy cow. I don't know who at Sierra thought that this was like... Let's get out of this room. It is made of titanium and rimmed with jewels. Take shield. As inconspicuously as possible, you add the shield to what you are carrying. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll save this under the hole again. Alright! Sweet! I remembered that there were leprechauns, which is what I thought was going to be in that little hole where it said like the faint green glow. And then I think you take a potion or maybe the mushroom and it makes you small. Oh! I'm thinking of it in reverse. Okay, okay. There is a tiny hole. And this is going to take us out where that tiny hole is. Look hole. The small hole leads to the outside world. Enter hole. You are much too big to fit through that small hole. We are going to look at our inventory. Let's go look at this mushroom. It's a large gray mushroom. Eat mushroom. As soon as you swallow the first bite, you have this strange shrinking feeling. It's true, you are now no bigger than a mouse. Like a tiny gram. All right. You feel a stretching sensation. You're back to your original size. Well, that did not last very long. All right, now what? So this is, you gotta find it. Rock hole. So if we go north from here, well, let's go south since I don't want to walk around the rocks. There should be a tree with more rocks. Yep. Let's go find the goat. Lake stump. So we're going to go through here. Look. Lake. Dive lake. The water is very deep here. Without aid, it is impossible to swim under the water for any length of time. Put water bucket. Get water. You fill up your bucket with sparkling water. Oh, we've got 69 points. All right. So we went rock hole. And we went south, right? Lake stump. And then the witch's room. I don't know, honestly, if she'll come back. We haven't killed her. The well. So here's the thing. I think we need the rope, but I don't remember how to get the rope. We're gonna save Elke goat. You notice that rock looks like an upside down heart. Open gate. All right, go in. Let's close it. You find the gate much easier to close than it was to open. All right, and he went, look, pen. It's high enough to keep mountains, why did I say mountains? Look, pen. It is high enough to keep animals inside. I swear I don't have a reading comprehension issue. Okay. Look, goat. Pet goat. You can try, but be careful. Pet goat. Give carrot. Goats love carrots. The old goat quickly devours yours. Oh, we lost points. Let's restore our game. Oh no, did I just save it? Shit. All right, hang on a second, friends. We are restoring back to the playthrough. All right, so I don't remember what to do. So we have the shield. It is made from titanium and edged with emeralds. So this is... Let's go back. Lake with the stump. I have an idea for the well. I think I remembered something. I know we have to go in the well. There's a reason. He tells me he loves me and he'll be home in a minute. Okay, my love. There's something about my husband. He says he'll be home in a minute, but on his time, that could be like 45 minutes from now. So let's save. Lower rope. You were not close enough to do that. Climb Rope. Maybe I need to go around the backside. We might be getting to the point that we're going to have to look up some hints. Lower rope. Sit well. Look in well. It's deep and dark, but you can see the sky's reflection from the water. Where do we lower the rope? Lower rope. The rope descends into the darkness. Okay, we just had to be by the handle. This is a huge well. Notice its pixels line up. Why am I pointing at the screen? You guys can't see. I can do that with my mouse cursor though. See, the pixels line up perfectly. Climb rope. All right. We got 1 point for that. They're very good. But at least we won't die. All right. Or will we? Dive. Oh, what's this? Look. Look can. Cake can. Look bottle. Cake bottle. All right. He looks so funny. All right, is this a hole? Can I... There we go. Oh, there's a dragon. Okay, stay right here. Oh my goodness, and the mirror. Elke dragon. Why do I keep putting my name? I'm the only one that's playing this. Kill dragon. You can't do that from here. Use dagger. Use dagger dragon. Oh my gosh. We gotta get close to him. Okay, let's type this stuff, but we're not gonna press enter yet. Your shield melted from the intensity of the dragon's flames. You should know about these fire-breathing dragons. Maybe next time you'll be a little more careful. How do you wish to accomplish that? Well, we are a melted puddle. We at Sierra wish to thank you for playing King's Quest. We are pleased to see that you are doing so well and hope that your score will keep improving. So, he's breathing fire. Let's restore. Throw water dragon. You throw your water, but to no avail. It lands on the floor and is quickly absorbed. All right, that will work. So we're gonna load this. Throw water dragon. We gotta get close. Let's position ourselves here, maybe? I bet we're gonna need to be closer. Let's watch his pattern real quick. It's the same. The water hits the dragon squarely in the mouth, extinguishing its roaring flames. No fire! How mortified and embarrassed the dragon is. Moving a huge boulder and leaving, the dragon creeps off to sulk. Look, mirror. Oh, that's our mirror. The magic mirror is framed with ornate mahogany wood, polished to a high sheen. Take mirror. Okay, we did it! And now we can leave this room. How do we get out of here? I mean, obviously we go that way, but... Okay. Right! Yeah, that's the room with the boulder. And the condor room. I remember as a kid having a heck of a time Now, we'll save the playthrough. So this is the cave, the witch's room, not the witch's house, but where she tried to grab us. The goat's below us. I don't remember what to do with the goat. Oh, and we still need the troll. What do we have in our inventory that the troll might like? A dagger, a note, pebbles. All right. As you are holding the magic mirror, you look into it and see a vision of yourself with a crown on your head. Okay, let's go. So the cave. We're gonna go 2 rooms over, 1 up. I'm gonna try something with the troll. I wonder if we play the violin, the fiddle that we have, if the troll will like that, or maybe we give it to him. So the troll bridge is up here, because we haven't crossed this yet. You play a lively toe tapping too. Okay, play fiddle. Talk troll. He demands a treasure for passage across his bridge. Give fiddle troll. Give fiddle. Throw pebbles. Troll. What do I have in my inventory? We're not giving him the dagger. Or the magic ring. And we tried giving him the egg, right? And we lost points. Give egg. Okay. He greedily grabs the treasure and disappears, but then we lose the points. All right, hang on a minute. Give pebbles. Give dagger. Are we supposed to give him the egg? Do I look it up? Do I cheat? We're gonna look it up, you guys. Troll King's Quest 1. Bridge Troll King's Quest. Here's the guide. I don't want to look at the whole guide though. King's Quest champ. Spam callers. That's not what we're looking for. That's something different. This is a spoiler guide for the troll won't let me across his bridge. Unlike in a normal walkthrough, you get gradual hints on how to solve the puzzle. Click the big button to see your first hint. If the hint contains a spoiler, you will be warned about it before clicking. So we're going to click that. You could give him a treasure he wants, which we know. I don't know what the treasure is. The golden egg, the golden nut, a pouch of diamonds. Hang on. Let's go hint 2, but then you could also try an alternate approach. One more aspect was involved in the story. The title characters seem to be missing. 3 billy goats gruff would help. We need the goat! If only you could introduce the goat. Getting the goat's goat. Alright. The goat would surely come in handy on your journey, I know that. If he would follow you. What entices a goat or a donkey? Oh, maybe we just show him the carrot. Yes. Yep, that's what it says. Okay, okay. So, bridge troll. So we're gonna go... Oops. I'm in the wrong window. Let's go back this way. Alright, friends. I'm sorry that I cheated a little bit. I just needed a moment. Alright, so we're gonna go south. 2 rooms. Because we don't want to give him anything because we lose points when that happens. And we are about collecting as many points as we can get. Alright, so the goat should be in the next room, although the gate to his paddock will be 2 rooms over. Do you know how many times as a kid I had to beg my parents to let me call the 900 Sierra hint line? And now we can just Google it. And it was expensive. It was like $1 a minute. All right. Open gate. Close gate. Gotta go over here, and you gotta be careful because he'll actually leave. We still have the carrot, right? Oh. There's no gate right here. I just discovered if you press F3, it takes you to your last command that you typed. Carrot. Yes, we have it. All right. Show carrot. When you tempt the old goat with the carrot, he starts to follow you. Now we got a buddy. All right, let's open the gate. And now we're going to go back. We're going to go this way, 2 rooms, and up 2 rooms to the troll. Here we go. Oh, good. Gentle Sir Graham, I'm your fairy godmother. I wrote that down where she was. Where is she? Trollbridge. This is a different room, though. Oh, no. This is the same room. Okay. Your quest is indeed noble. My small part to aid you can be no bigger than this magic spell. Protective, but for a little while. Cool. So we have... So technically, I wonder how many times if you come into this room that she'll appear. So the clover room and then the troll bridge is coming up. Uh-oh. All right, let's save this again because I don't want to have to like walk all the way over here again with the goat. Let's see. As you start to cross the bridge, a wretched troll appears. It is a well-known fact that goats hate trolls intensely. You should move aside and let the goat take care of this nasty troll. Cool. That's what we're gonna do. The goat butts the troll. We're literally right in the way. The goat butts the troll right off the bridge, never to be seen in these parts again. So there are multiple bridges where there was the troll, and now we don't have to worry about him. Bye, goat. I guess we won't see him anymore either. And this is the last room we have not seen. You see a crotchety old gnome pacing around his lean-to. Okay, this is what I was thinking. Okay, I know who this is. There's going to be a riddle here. And I think I remember the answer. I honestly thought that he was who we had to use. We had to talk to this guy to cross the bridge. You see a crotchety old gnome pacing around his lean-to. Talk gnome. The old gnome tells you he has something that may be very useful to you. Your task is to guess his name in 3 guesses, and his gift will be yours. Good luck. What is your first guess? So I think we have a clue here. There is a message written on the note. Read note. The note reads, sometimes it is wise to think backwards. So I think his name is Rumpelstiltskin, except that we have to say it backwards. I don't know how to spell Rumpelstiltskin. Hello, my friends. I am back. So I don't know what happened. I have to apologize. I was recording this gameplay and solved the gnome, did the solving of the gnome, of his name, which you have to take the alphabet, the regular alphabet, you know, A through Z, invert it, so reverse it, and then that's how you map the letters, and that's how you know. So his name is Rumpelstiltskin, but it's with this new alphabet in reverse. So it comes out to IFNKOVHGROGHPRM. For some reason, the recording stopped. I don't know why. So we're going to continue from here. I thought maybe I had a save like right before, but the goat save is like a little ways back. So we're not going to go back to that. So sorry that I missed that part. I'll have to be more careful. I honestly don't know why it stopped recording. But if I show you my inventory, we now have some beans. And we are going to go to the mountain door. So from this bridge, we need to go 1, 2, 3 to the 4th room over, and then looks like 2 down. I'm just making my way to the edge, just in case we encounter any monsters. Once we get to the room with the plateau that we saw in the distance, and I think the ogre's in that room, we're gonna go down. So yeah, it's kind of sad. I introduced you guys to my dog and everything. All right, let's swim. You guys remember this room? The rock with the hole. So we've got one more room to go. The leprechaun kingdom was down there. All right, so the ogre might come, but we're gonna leave this room anyway. Oh, the walnut room. Oh yeah, we gotta go down 2 doors. Okay. I think we might... Where is Graham? Where are you, Graham? Here he is. Look, tree. The tree's loaded with walnuts. Kinda... So we have a walnut, but I kind of remember that there was maybe like shaped tree. Crack walnut. When you crack the walnut, you discover the nut inside is pure gold. Look at that. You proudly admire your gold walnut. It's all right. We're going to save. I just remembered that there was a golden walnut. All right. So how do we get in the door? Is it still going to be locked? And the elf is in the next room. Open door. Unlock door. We need a key. Where do we get the key? What have we got that we could use? Play fiddle. Are we gonna need to look up a clue for the mountain door? Need to do some more investigating? All right. The mountain door. This is where we saw the elf. Let me think. Hey, it's okay. Go lay down. You're okay. My little buddy wants me to come downstairs. So this is the time of day that I normally do that. Let's... Can we dive in the lake? Maybe? Dive lake. Water's very deep. Okay. So we just went over 2 rooms from the mountain door. Takes us to the cliff. Let's go. So clovers. Let's go south. Oh, the fairy godmother. Okay. I was thinking it was the ogre again. It's rapids. I don't know if we can swim in this lake. Oh no! Oh my goodness, we just died. Okay. If you're delighted by your score and hope you're enjoying the game. Oh my goodness, okay. Did we crack this already? We did. Right? Gold walnut. So from the walnut tree... Let's go this way. I'm trying to find a room that has like a log. You want to look. Okay, we can swim across this one. well is just south of us. So we'll go that way. Oh no, I lied. Okay. Oh no! You fortunately have the magic shield which will protect you. That's the first time we've seen that wolf. We got really lucky. The well. There should be a lake with a rock to the south of us, and then we might need some help for this last little bit. We're gonna go look at these real quick. We're missing something somewhere. But earlier when we came through here, we looked at the log and it said that there was nothing. Look in log. It's only a rotted log. Look in stump. Oh, inside the old rotted stump, you notice a small canvas pouch. Take pouch. You notice the pouch feels aged and tattered. The tattered pouch is made of coarse canvas. Open pouch. Cautiously, you open the pouch and you see many sparkling and flashing diamonds. Quickly, you close it again so as not to lose any. Okay. So from the log, all right, we're gonna look up the door because honestly, the kingdom of Daventry. Let's see. Do we need to maybe kill the witch? You have to push her into the oven, I think. So we should go kill her. All right, so the log. All right, we're gonna go kill the witch because we need, I think, a key for the door, and maybe that's going to be the little kickstart that we need. So if we go up 1, 2, 3 rooms and go to the right, go to the east. Here we go, friends. I'm getting sleepy, guys. I gotta make dinner. That's what's going on. All right. So the cave room, the tree, and then the witch's house. Okay, so, oh, her house should be here. Hi, baby. So he's already been fed, and I've taken him out. So it's not, this isn't that he really needs anything. He just wants me to come downstairs. It's okay, let me kill the witch, and then I'll come down there, okay? All right, so we're gonna go knock on this door. Let's save. Knock door. Okay, open door. We're gonna go in. Oh! home. So we can't go in there right now. Last save. So when we were last here, I opened the door, but the witch was inside. I would like to try to kill her, but I think you have to sneak up on her, and I don't know that we're going to be able to do that from here. We can try it real quick. It would be nice to finish this with, like, you know, eat, house. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? See, we got some points for that. So we can try to kill her real quick before we go. I need to remember. So let me back up. We have a bunch of stuff in our inventory. We have those beans. We need to plant the beans, climb the beanstalk, and that's how we're gonna find the chest, I believe. Open door. Push witch. Oh no, she got me! Yeah, that didn't work because you have to sneak up on her where she doesn't see you. So that's not gonna work. With the flash, you hear her joyously exclaim, "This has made me feel like flying." So she leaves, but I don't think we can escape the cage. Yeah. All right, so we are going to finish this playthrough without killing the witch. Now here's the thing. I am not sure where we are supposed to plant our beans. There's a few fields. So the mountain door, where is that? We're at the witch's house. If we go over 2 rooms and then down 1, that's where the mountain door is. What happens if I say plant beans? This is not a bad idea, but this place is not a very suitable place to plant these beans. Why don't you try it elsewhere? Okay, so we need to explore. You know, we've got a few fields. The witch's house. Trees and rocks. Like, this isn't gonna be... Oh, the sorcerer. Let's get away from this guy. He's gonna hurt us. Okay, so this is the lake with the stump. Oh no. Let me stop a second. This is the lake with the stump. There is a field just below us, and the mountain door is the next room to the right of us. So let's go to this field. All right, let me see. Oh, the wolf. Oh, shit. Oh, I have the shield. Oh, and he's here too? Oh no, because we came back. All right, let's plant beans. This is not a bad idea, but this place is not very suitable. Let's try somewhere else. All right, if we go south of here, there's another lake. I don't... Got some more birch trees. This will head back towards the castle. I really don't think... Let's see. We're gonna go up. This is where we found the golden egg. Not a bad idea. Try elsewhere. So... Lake stump. I didn't actually denote. I thought I put the egg on the tree thing here. We can try it here because this is the mountain door. Plant beans. Why don't you try it elsewhere? But you would think it would be close, right? Because you would want... It should be close to the mountain door, right? Because we're going to go up. This is where we found the elf. The ballroom is above us. All right, let's keep looking. The beans immediately sprout roots that reach deep into the fertile soil. Leaves unfold themselves to the warm, loving sun. A rumbling is felt, and a mighty beanstalk now stretches up into the sky. Now is the time for us to save. All right, so there's the beautiful beanstalk. Here we go. Look, beanstalk. This is a mighty beanstalk that stretches to the sky. So you'll notice today I have my rubber bands in. I was actually supposed to be wearing them all the time. I'm getting my braces off on Wednesday. And I'll be almost 50. My birthday's in August, but yeah, I just got braces. I've had them for a couple years. Climb beanstalk. Oh shit. Well, we're gonna have to be very careful, obviously. Oh my gosh. Okay. Climb beanstalk. Am I gonna fall here? So we just, oh my gosh. Do we just, with the wrong move, am I gonna die? Yes. Resoundingly yes. King Graham splatted. We are delighted by your score and hope you're enjoying the game. So, we need... Maybe I'll just try going straight up. I'm not gonna shimmy or anything. You know, it's a wonder. I was talking with my sister about this. I can't believe that we ever finished this game. Yes, we had the hint line, but holy cow. You just had to brute force your way through these games. Am I gonna fall? That answer is yes. Oh my gosh, we're gonna die again. How many times is it gonna take for me to get up here? All right, restore. Here's what we're gonna do. When we get to the next screen, I'm going to save under beans. Elke and then perpetually falling beanstalk. All right. Climb beanstalk. All right, we're gonna stay there. When we get to this screen, all right, we're gonna save it. Look at all our saves. Elke beanstalk. Yes. So, what we learned, we cannot stay in the same... Oh my goodness, how long is this gonna take me to do this? All right. There's gonna be some curse words. Oh my gosh, really? Wow. Am I gonna have to find something that shows me the proper path up the beanstalk? This doesn't seem like it should be so hard. All right, do we save it again here? I feel like we should, even though it's a little bit of progress. You eat the elephant an inch at a time, right? Or a bite at a time, not an inch at a time. Oh my gosh! You hear the angry... All right. So... Stay here. We were up a little higher, weren't we, before the save, and it like pushed me back down just a touch? Oh my goodness. All right. We've made it. Let's go beans 2. No, I moved too much. But then earlier we got this far, and if I kept going straight, I fell, right? You gotta like move over more maybe? Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm getting heated. Ah! This is impossible! Oh my gosh. Do we just literally save? All right. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. For real. Oh my. Okay, so we're gonna go up just a touch. What is this? Can I move over and then go up? Yes. We'll save this again. You guys, literally, like, my body temperature is rising right now. All right. I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I have to save like every inch I move. Oh my gosh, and there's more. This is something. All right. I feel like I should... My palms are so sweaty right now. Don't go too far, right? Okay, save again. Even my feet are sweating, okay? This is something. Oh, you have to be careful when you get so high on the foliage. Splattered all the way to the ground epically. Wow. Save it. I know it's like not super far. Holy cow. So are we... Is this... No! But I feel like we have to go over a little bit, right? Okay. Oh my gosh. This is difficult. And we didn't have mice then, remember? It was just the keyboard. I mean, we've been using just the keyboard this whole time. Wow. We are almost there. We are all the way in the clouds. But then what? Look, clouds. You were in the land of the clouds. It is rumored that a giant lives up here. Look, beanstalk. Your heart thuds. Dare you climb into the clouds? I mean, we're already here. Would they trick us that much that they would make us fall as we're... And now we're just in the clouds. Okay. Elke clouds. Okay, so we just saved. So we can just walk safely in the clouds, but the the beanstalk was super sketch. Oh my. Okay, look, plants. You're in the land of the clouds. It is rumored that a giant lives up here. All right, we know that. We're gonna save this again. before we go to the next room, look grass. All right. So even the grass kind of looks like clouds, right? Like it's kind of wavy and like undulating. That's kind of cool. Okay. And we're gonna, well, it's okay. Elke clouds. I wonder if I need to make a new map. We have that ring that makes us invisible, but I need to make sure I use it at the right time. And I know we want to avoid the giant because the giant, like, he's not nice, I don't think. What do we do with the giant? Well, let's explore real quick and then we'll make a calculated decision. Look tree. Look hole. You notice a sling in the hole of the tree. Oh, get sling. All right. So remember in our inventory, so we have the sling and we have some pebbles. So this is going to be like a David and Goliath sort of thing. We need to kill the giant with the sling, with the pebbles in the sling, the slingshot. Okay. Now, just for fun, we're gonna see what happens when we walk this way. Yeah, you fall and you die. Okay, that's what I thought. You've fallen through the clouds. Cloud walking is for the birds, literally. But we knew that that was probably gonna happen. We are delighted by your score and hope you are enjoying the game. Okay, that's why we saved right before that. So we want to go back and kill this giant. I kind of want to... No, we don't want to use the slings. Use slingshot. We're going to prepare that because I know I'm going to panic. You put the pebble, take careful aim, and luckily hit the giant in the forehead and he falls down dead. Oh, look. What's he carrying? Does he have the chest? Oh my goodness. Look, giant. The giant lies dead and there is a chest beside him. Take chest. It's easy to take a magic chest from a dead giant. Let's look at our inventory. Is it I? No. See object. Where is our chest? You admire the workmanship of the beautiful chest. So we are 30 points away from finishing like a perfect score. I think potentially maybe we can go back and kill the witch now. We can try it. Or we could just take all these items now to King Edward and finish the game. Do we trust? It's probably a really long staircase. But do we trust that there's nothing in here that's going to kill us? Not going to kill us. Oh, you can fall down the stairs. Oh dear, with a slip of the foot, you fall head over heels down the long stairway. Whoops. That will probably kill us. Or was it a speedy way down? It was indeed not a, I mean, it is a speedy way down, but it is not successful. So you got to be careful on the staircase. I seem to vaguely remember this, like, you got to use a combination of, like, you can't just let it auto walk because you're gonna fall. So it was like down and right, down and right, down and right. Look, stairs. The stairs seem to go on forever. Well, no kidding. I mean, you're way up in the sky. How tall was that beanstalk? That thing was like at least 100 feet in the air. Who else is neurotic and saves like crazy like me? Oh! You were too close to the edge and you fell. See? But that's why. That's why you have to do that. Make sure I'm actually restoring. So now we got to work some different neural pathways because now we're going down and to the left. You can't let it walk too much because you get stuck. That looks like a heart. It's just a rock in the wall. Here we go. I say we go try and kill the witch. We're almost to the bottom, looks like. Because we never did use the ring. I don't think it's... So along with the 3 main treasures, which if you recall were the magic mirror, the magic shield, and the magic chest, there are a couple other things that we got that are like secondary treasures. So some spoilers here. I mean, if you've been watching this far, I guess you've seen all kinds of spoilers, right? So the golden walnut, the pouch of diamonds, and the golden egg are all like these special treasures. But they're not the primary ones, right? All right, so we are at the bottom. Let's go try one more time and see. Remember the witch left? Oh no, she left after we put her, after she put us in the cage. So we are at the mountain door. We are like 1 down and 2 rooms over. So let's go see if we can potentially hide and wait for her. If she's there, oh, let's not die to drowning. So if she's there, we'll just leave and, you know, we won't get the perfect score, I guess. So this, she should be above where we are now. Her house should be there. Okay, save it. We don't have to go all the way back. I guess we could have, so we wouldn't have to walk so far. All right, let's see what happens. Open door. She's not in here. Let's go out. Eat house. As you begin to eat the house, a squeaky voice from somewhere says, "Nibble, nibble, little mouse, who is nibbling at my house?" Open door. Oh, she is in there. Okay. What if we restore and go hide in the room? And I don't know that this would get us the perfect score. Like, there's probably other stuff that we missed. So if you remember, we got cheese from here. We took the note, which helped us solve Rumpelstiltskin, the gnome's name. Okay, so we can hide here. Eat house. The house doesn't appeal to you now. Look room. Look bed. The witch's bed looks hard and uncomfortable. Look rug. I don't understand rug. Off in the distance, you hear a high squeaky voice say, "I can smell someone tasty in my house." I don't know that this is the right place to hide. I know it's in her room. I don't know if there's like a specific part of the room that we need to hide. So let's wait for her to come in. She's gonna maybe putter around. Should just take a moment, hopefully. Love this coffee. The witch mutters, "I am going to get my oven ready to cook someone for dinner." Push witch. All right. We're gonna sneak up on her because, you know, she can smell us from far away, but she doesn't hear us sneaking up on her. Courageously, you manage to push the witch into the oven where she flashes and melts away in a harmless blob. Congratulations. That got us a whole 7 points. Look, oven. It's an old wood stove and very hot. The fire must have been burning for some time. All right, friends. We have killed the witch. Now, from the witch's house... the castle. So we need to go down 3 screens, and then we're going to go over until we run into it. We don't have to worry about her swooping in here anymore, because she did. She is dead. I feel like I need to recreate him in Photoshop. I should. Do you guys remember in the early 2000s when like 8-bit characters were really popular? I used to make those in Photoshop all the time. In fact, maybe I'll put one in as an inset in the video I'll show you. What I should do is recreate myself. I had one. It was like... yeah, I made it look just like me. We are 23 points off from a perfect score. How close are we going to get? So we are close. The castle is maybe the next room? I think so. Let's not die to the moat now. That would be a travesty. That would be a real travesty. Oh my gosh, and I almost did. There's no strafing in this game, you know, you don't use the WASDF. That didn't exist. Just the arrow keys. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I have to do that every time. Excuse me. Here we go, friends. Here we go. So now what I don't remember is, like, do we give him the treasures? We're gonna find out. Kneel King. That's not a bad idea, but the custom in Daventry is to bow. Bow King. When you bow to King Edward, his pleased smile warms you. You move aside as the king steps from his throne. As you approach the throne, the king himself rises to commend you for a job well done. Oh! Oh, the king proclaims in pain. You guys! Does he die? I mean, I know eventually the king, you know, the Graham becomes king. And it would have to be because the king died. I don't remember the king dying. And he just croaks right in front of us. From the seemingly lifeless king, you hear these words. Well done, Sir Graham. You have been a good and faithful servant. Your reward is well deserved. My kingdom is now yours. With those words, King Edward the Benevolent dies. And now I have a crown. The experiences of your quest will be invaluable to you as you begin your reign as King of Daventry. Oh my gosh, he literally, and we just take the crown, the throne with the king laying dead on the floor? Like, what is this? Thank you for playing King's Quest from Ken and Roberta Williams, Saul Ackerman, Chris Iden, Jeff Stevenson, Mark Crow. I don't know why I'm reading you the credits. Bob Ballou, Mikkel Knight, Susan Lee, Rust for Love, I love that name, and Larry Weissenborn. And we are now, oh, the body disappeared. But he literally just broke right in front of us. What was that? And we missed 19 points. So I'm not sure where we missed that, but pretty happy. Thank you guys. Can I walk around now? No, that's it. That's it. Game over. All right, guys. Thank you so much if you've watched along through all of the episodes. I mean, there's only 3. But